We are back now on 700 WLW Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network. Top of the sixth inning coming up. Reds up 3-1 against the defending World Series champions Atlanta Braves. Packed house here in Atlanta. It's around 10 o'clock here, and Cincinnati around 9 or 8 o'clock in Atlanta. Top of the sixth, and that's a high fly ball by Tyler Stevenson, drifting towards center field is Adam Duvall, and he catches it at the beginning of the warning track, and that's the top of the sixth inning begins. Max Fried has been a rocky road so far. The first inning got a strikeout on India, the second inning got a strikeout on Votto, but then a walk to Tommy Pham, a walk to Votto, and then since then he's just not really gotten too many great pitches. He gave up a couple of strikeouts, got a couple of strikeouts on his curveball and his fastball, but he's not been too extraordinarily good throughout consistent throughout the ball game. Called strike on the inside part of the plate there to Nick Senzel, looked like a ball. 5 strikeouts, 5 groundouts, and 6 flyouts by Max Fried. That's his sprays on where he's getting his outs. Pretty dang even. 0-2 now after the fastball to Senzel was fouled off. He was a little bit late. Now the count's 0-2. 2 straight four-seam fastballs, 91 miles an hour on the inside part of the plate to Senzel. That's his weakness. The inside. His outside, he's good when he can get his arm extended on the outside to the middle part of the plate. Fried looking in. 0-2 on the hands of Senzel, fouled off to the right side. Count now runs to 0-2. That was a 96 mile an hour fastball. Fried has been very efficient when he wants to decide to throw the fastball really fast, when he wants to slow it down a bit, when he wants to go medium. He threw 2 straight 91s and he threw a 96. Now he just threw an 87 mile an hour slider in the dirt to make the count 1-2. The first ball of the at-bat. 4th pitch, first ball. Travis d'Arnaud is behind the plate. Max Fried is catching. Max Fried is pitching to Travis d'Arnaud. d'Arnaud is a very established veteran catcher throughout Major League Baseball. Senzel hits a soft grounder to the shortstop Dansby Swanson. Swanson throws it over to first and gets Senzel easily. 2 quick outs to begin. The top of the 6th inning here in Atlanta. Now we have to pause for 10 seconds for station identification on the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network. Now coming up for the Redlegs is Mike Moustakas. The only guy for the Reds to not get on base so far tonight is Mike Moustakas. But the bad thing is, Max Fried has now retired 6 consecutive guys dating back to the last out of the top of the 4th inning. He retired Indy on a ground out, Aquino strikeout, Pham line out, Votto pop out, Stevenson line out, and then Senzel a ground out. Moustakas last year had a 208 average, 3 OPS, and probably his worst season in Major League Baseball. That was a slider on the outside part of the plate way too early there by Mr. Mike Moustakas. And now the 80th pitch coming up. It's 0-2 now on Moose. The 80th pitch coming up here of the game. The pitch. Slider on the outside. Part of the plate at 81 miles an hour. Does not get Moustakas to budge. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This game is sponsored by Ribeye and the Cincinnati Bell Insurance. Foul ball, a little bit early there by Moose, but he got enough to tip it off to the third base side. Foul ball. Fried threw 11 pitches in the first, 18 in the second, 20 in the third, but since he's cooled off a lot, 14 in the fourth, 8 in the fifth, and now only 10 in the sixth. He can get out of this inning with 11 if he gets lucky here. The windup and the pitch, the 5th pitch of the at-bat to Moustakas, and that's a ball hit on the hands, and that's a single by Mike Moustakas. Dansby Swanson dives for the ball, but he cannot reach it. Now, every single Redlegs player has reached base today in Atlanta. 9 guys have reached base. Only 9 base runners all game. Everybody's reached base one time for the Reds. Very impressive spread out. Moustakas hit that right in between second base and shortstop in their shift. And Swanson probably could have and should have got to that ball, but I'm just going to give it a hit to Moustakas because that was a very good all-around swing by Moustakas. He hustled, how would have been safe even if Swanson did somehow get to that baseball. But now comes up the number 8 hole hitter, Kyle Farmer, who has one of the 3 RBIs of the game for the Reds. He got an RBI to get in Tyler Stevenson all the way back to the top of the second inning. Fastball up and into Farmer by Max Fried. 1-0 count. Farmer last year had 16 home runs, his by far career high, 263 average in 147 games, all career highs. That's a high fly ball to right fielder Rosario. He did not charge that fast enough. And now, okay, I understand what happened now. It was a high fly ball. He did not charge the ball fast enough. Moustakas was on his way to second base. Now there's guys on first and second after the single by Kyle Farmer. That's Kyle Farmer's second single of the game. Very impressive start of the year by Kyle Farmer, the shortstop for the Cincinnati Reds. And now it comes with the number 9 hole hitter Brandon Drury, who has gone 1 for 2 with the single so far. And now Max Fried's coming out of the game. He is not very happy with the decision. We'll tell you who comes back into the game in a few minutes on the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network.